Welcome back. I'm Donna from the Lost Closet 12. I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, and I have a Flipped Friday for you today. Flipped Friday is my sales for the week from Saturday to Friday, and I launch it a week behind on every Friday. So I have one sale that I'm very excited about that sold. I was thinking about pulling it from my inventory and using it for Halloween, if that's a tip. If you watch any of my ship with me videos, you probably already know what I'm talking about, but it's near the end. It's a Poshmark sale, and we're gonna jump right into this. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It would help my channel grow. And hit the notification bell for when I upload new videos. As of right now, I'm doing 2 videos a week, a Flipped Friday and a Ship With Me. The Ship With Me comes out on Wednesdays, and that's typically the weekend sales, and then Flipped Friday is for the entire week. So, up first we have, Daisy print sneakers, size 7.5, Rocket Dog, Jazzin, Canvas, boho ankle lace up. They were so stinking cute. I loved them. They were red, white, and blue pickup. I listed them in July of this year, and they cost me $5.14. Up next, I've had this one for a while. It was a rewrite in November of last year. And where are we? It was a bins pickup. 99 cents was my average cost of goods that day. This sweater probably did not cost me that. We have women's extra small sweater, mini dress, dark floral, lightweight, BCBG generation casual. It sold on, I guess, best offer for $6.84. And this was a bag at the Goodwill. I wrote it down. This was a rewrite of October last year, so I've had this thing for like 2 years, if not more. There was a collection of mostly Christmas, if I remember correctly, candles, ornaments, nonsense, and the bag was more than a couple of dollars. So I bought the bag because there was a lot of stuff in it, and I had several sets of candles, and this is one of the sets. It sold for $6, and how did I write it? Vintage Santa Angel Cake Candle Toppers Holiday Christmas Event Festive. And that was a rewrite of October of last year. It was a Goodwill bag. My average cost for the bag was $2, and not an item. I did not pay $4 for these. I paid $2 for the set on average, because the stuff I didn't list, and then I broke it up and took my average. This next find, my husband found it at the bins, and it's a Cabbage Patch satin and lace outfit, lilac doll clothing top, and bloomers Cabbage Patch Kid. I put the CPK abbreviation in there, and I spelled it out because I don't know how the buyers are looking for this. This is probably one of my favorite things to find at the bins, if you can find it. Cabbage Patch, the brand Cabbage Patch, in good condition. The sets, you pay almost nothing for them, and they sell pretty quickly and for a decent amount. My cost was 20 cents. It sold for $15.29. These, Torrid is not a big Bolo brand, but they were good size, they were tall, they had their tags on them. That's why I picked them up, and I like the style. Torrid jeans, size 18 tall, distressed bombshell, skinny, stretch, high waist, denim. I think I got bombshell off the tag. Yeah, bombshell skinny is, I love it when the tag tells you exactly what it is. These were a bins pickup. $1.69 was my cost. I wrote them in March of 25, and if I didn't say, the Cabbage Patch outfit was September of 25. I don't think I said that. So, well, anyway, these cost me $1.69 and they sold for $16.79. This was a red, white, and blue pickup. My cost was $5.84. I picked up 2 pair. The other pair is more brown. I still have them. They were written in August of this year. Red, white, and blue pickup, $5.84. Morale Siren, women's size 7, hiking boots, gray leather, laces, waterproof, outdoor. They're just your good outdoor hiking boot. They have the vibrant sole. I should have probably put that in the title because that's another keyword that people are looking for. Well, anyway, they sold for $31.49. For whatever reason, I cannot speak today. Native Sugarlight Robbie size J2, slip-on shoes, blue kids clogs, water beach rubber. This is a popular brand for right now. Every time I pick them up, they sell. They don't sell for a lot of money. I had a little pink pair, I think, for a toddler that looked like the puppy chewed it, and they sold in like 2 days. I don't know. They didn't sell for a lot, but it sold. $14.44 is what they sold for. Where am I? I wrote them in July of this year. They were bins pickup. And I can't read my writing. So they cost me probably under $1. Yeah, I can't read that. I wrote it, but I can't read it. This I was going to keep for myself, but I felt like it was not long enough. I love the style of this jacket. I think it's vintage. It's like from the 80s, 90s area. Well, 90s, 2000 era. This is Area Pastel, women's size small, corduroy fox fur Y2K jacket, flat pockets, tan barn coat. This was, I mean, it had some wear, but it was just a cool jacket, and I loved it. This, where did I get this? I wrote it August of last year. It was a bins pickup. $1.68 is what I paid for it. This only sold for $9.40. It, sold on sale. I've had it, what did I just say? Yeah, I've had it for over a year. It's got to go, even though it was a cool jacket and I loved it. I don't want to hang it out. I want the space for new stuff. And this is, I thought this would do better. Gun, Pusheen, Stormy, Unicorn, Storm, Acorn, Plush, Rainbow, Tail, 2018. Pusheen, Acorn. I got all those off the tag. 6.5 inches. It was super cute. I really thought it would do better. This was written in August of 24 last year. It was a bins pickup. 41 cents is what it cost me. It sold for $4.60. These, I could have done better with the photos. Women's size 8.5 pump slip on Fox leather black 2.5 inch heel, black shooty easy street. They're just your basic slip on mule. That should have been the first picture. Where are we? January of this year. It was a bins pickup. $2.36 is what it cost me, and so this, I'm so $7.99. I probably should have held out, but let me see. I could have wrote that down wrong. No, it's not going to show me. We're going to go down here and I'm going to look at my little nonsense at the bottom. Because I feel like that should not have been... Yeah, okay, it was a rewrite in January. I've had this for over a year because my little code is not in the bottom. So that's why they went so cheap. I'm like, it should not went that cheap if I just wrote it in January. It was a rewrite, so it has an earlier code, which I can't see at the top. Well, anyway, that's why it went so cheap. So what are we doing next? This is a bins pickup, Disney Pixar Cars, the Radiator Springs 500 Idle Threat model car toy. It was beat up a little bit. It was rewritten in April. It was a bins pickup, cost me approximately 30 cents. When I went to package it up, I was like, oh, the wheel. And I double checked to make sure. And it says also the front wheel appears slightly bent. So sometimes when I list something that's damaged and then I go to package it, I'm like, oh, did I write that? Did I notice that? Because, we're all human. Moving right along, this was too cute. Carter's Giraffe Lovey Plush Security Blanket Baby Infant Pacifier Holder Tan. It was just so cute. I wrote this in September of 25. It was a bins pickup, and it was 43 cents was my cost. It sold for $8.09. So if you can find these in good condition, some of them take longer to sell, some of them sell lickety-split, some of them are bolos. I have yet to find one that sells for over 20 bucks or 30 bucks, but they're out there. I see them in people's sold videos all the time. When I've done my own research, I've seen them on the solds. So keep your eye out for them. Some of them are worth more than $8.09. This logo, I think it's Lori Goldstein. Logo by Lori Goldstein, 2XL, lightweight zip jacket, casual pocket screen. This thing was so incredibly soft. I would have lived in it if it was my size. I rewrote this in September of last year. It was a bins pickup, cost me approximately $1.29. And sold for $3.75. I was just clearing out old stuff. This is also an old item. Women's lightweight, and I misspelled lightweight, 3XL semi-sheer Hanley T beige casual pullover George. It's so lightweight, it's a sheer. $2.62 is what it sold for. It was a bins pickup. I rewrote it in September of 2024, so over a year, and it cost me 69 cents. So glad to see it go. I have no idea why I picked that up. I guess because it was lightweight and a good size. There's nothing special about it. I've had that one for a while. So up next, New Era Milwaukee Bucks cap, hat green adjustable embroidery. This is something else I've had for a while. Over a year. I wrote it in August of 24. It was a bins pickup, and it looks like it cost me 72 cents. So $3.75 is what it cost. Sold for, cost me 72 cents. I made a little bit of money. I just thought that it would do better. Because this is raised. This is raised embroidery. So I feel like if I put that in the title, I would have maybe sold it faster or a little more money. I just feel like it could have went for more money if it was written better. This one was supposed to be last, but I didn't move it to last, so we're gonna do it now. This is a Jemmy Halloween inflatable air-blown happy Halloweener dog. Dush Hound, if I'm pronouncing that right. He was just so cool. And the background remover did that. So that's pretty cool. I was just testing it out. And here's all the pictures. This was a bins pickup. My husband was like, oh, I don't think it's going to work. And had some spots. And I was showing that it was lit up. And some more spots there. And then here I have the measurements, which you really can't see. So I took some closer measurements, and yeah, I think I got it listed a little late for Halloween last year. It was the only purple one at the time, and some of them were doing really well. So I started it high. I would have probably taken a cheaper offer, especially after having a year, but some lady, hers did not blow up anymore, and she needed me to ship it ASAP. She bought it on a Friday evening. I was like, I feel so bad. But I messaged her and I let her know when it was going to go out, and Poshmark paid me out. And sorry about the interruption. You can go. You can be off camera. You aren't on the steps. So well, anyway, that cost me $4, and I wrote it in August of last year. So excuse me, I might have been a little late on the draw. And this was a lot of interesting pickup. It sold for $19. It was a bins pickup, cost me 7 cents. Clinique hair comb, wide tooth detangling, green marbled plastic with handle, vintage. Now I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. And yeah, my mother was a beautician, and she did hair for a living. She was a hairstylist during the day and a nurse at night, and we always had combs like this at my house. Like we had, I don't know how many, just tons of them. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, I want this comb. It reminds me of when I was a girl. I wouldn't use a comb like that. I use brushes, but I decided to look it up, and I'm like, these bad boys do okay, so I'm gonna list it. So I picked it up just so I could have it, and then I'm like, I'm never gonna use it. So it sold for $19. I wrote that in June of this year, so it sold pretty quick for a comb for $19. So yeah, I'm happy with the last two sales. Are my favorite, and they were both on Poshmark. So yeah, that's it for Flip Friday this week. Let me know what you think of my sales. And don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe, the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload more videos. And thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye.